In this video, we're going to look at an email source in Conversionomics. This is a useful way to get data into the platform without using an API or an existing platform connection. Some platforms that are new or a custom report that you need to parse into or ingest through Conversionomics, you can actually send that data directly to an email alias created within Conversionomics. So we're going to show you how. Top left, just as if you were setting up any of the other sources, either through an API or a CSV. You choose the new source, we'll label it as an email test, and then choose the email type, and then continue to go ahead and set it up. So now we're going to look at a screen with a couple of options to select and choose how you want to customize this data source. So two options available, either a CSV or an Excel, that you would choose what type of file is going to come in. The next two boxes kind of talk about some skipping of lines. So whether you have a total row at the bottom or if you have a couple of header rows at the top that may be duplicates, for example, with the survey data, you can actually go ahead and select, leave it at 0 or choose 1 or 2 to actually skip that. If you have a total row at the bottom, go ahead and select 1. It'll ignore that. That way your data is correct and you're not summing or aggregating a total row. The next one here, file contains a header row. You want to leave this on if you're going to manually set what kind of columns that we're going to pull into the platform. For now, I'm going to turn it off because I'm going to automatically detect. We'll touch on that in just a second. Using regular expressions, we can download a report or actually click a link through Conversionomics' email source. So here, if the email actually had click here in the body, click here to download, that would look for this expression within the body of the text of the email to go ahead and click that and download the file and then ingest it into Conversionomics. If I were to test that, I have my email actually pulled in already. So let's say that the email did come in once. This would give me a green check mark and say, hey, this is what we're going to look for to make sure that this matches within the body of the email. So at the bottom here, we have a couple of more options here. Skip lines with an error. So that way, if you have a blank field or if there's some sort of a integer mismatch on the file, go ahead and skip that. Otherwise, two more options here to customize. Unzip. Let's say you have a zipped Excel file coming in. Conversionomics can actually go ahead and unzip that. And lastly, overwrite data. If you have data that's going to populate every single day, kind of overwriting instead of appending, go ahead and turn this on. So the other part here was the schema. So this will automatically detect once you upload or once you have that email come in for the first time. Otherwise, if you know the columns that you want to set, you can actually go ahead and choose this box and choose date, say campaign, and cost. And then I know that I need a string here, for example. Actually, it's going to be a date, string here, and then an integer for my cost. And so that allows me to go ahead and manually set the schema of that report that's going to come in. So like I said, I'm probably going to use automatically detect. So the next step for me is to actually go ahead and click this generate email address. And what this does is it goes ahead and creates this email address like so, what you can copy and paste into your own POS, into platforms such as Facebook or Google Analytics to direct those custom reports to ingest within Conversionomics. And then you can actually manipulate into a query and pull it into your exports. And that's it. You've set up your email source, you're ready to go. Pull in data from your POS systems or platforms or APIs for custom reports. Again, use this automatically generated email address, paste it into your reports, and I hope that helps.